Hi class, welcome to IPE 576. My name is Dr. Christian. You can call me Dr. Christian in emails, any of the correspondence that we talk through. Just to clarify, is often mistaken. McCall is my first name and Christian is my last name. So yeah, Dr. Christian is the proper way to kind of address me throughout the semester. I just wanted to introduce you guys a little bit to the course and give you some guidelines and just some guidance through the Blackboard. As I know, with many of the online classes you're taking, you're going to see different styles. So I just wanted to kind of intro how my Blackboard works and give you a little background. So as you can see, if you've entered Blackboard, you've gotten here, you can see I'm in the Start Here tab. If you click there, that's where you're going to see the syllabus and the course outline. I will briefly talk over that in a minute. My intro video will go right here. You'll get to see and just a little bit about myself and a couple of resources below that. So as we go through the class, there will be a couple, quite frequently, opportunities to record and reflect verbally on some of the content we talk about, and so I'll ask you to turn in that video. The best way to turn those videos in is often by posting them to another source. So I use YouTube a lot, but there are some Zoom or other programs that you could post it to that give you a more compressed link. So with YouTube, if you upload it to YouTube and then provide me with the YouTube link to go watch it, that is very easy for me to follow. Often with Blackboard, MP4s usually for a longer video are too long and takes forever to upload, and you're going to run into a lot of issues. So I really encourage you guys to get to know Google and YouTube. They're connected. So if you have a Google account, you automatically have a YouTube account. Those are connected, so you can kind of utilize those. So if we move on to the syllabus section, I left this here. It's kind of built into a Blackboard online course. It just goes through some of the university policies explicit that they're also in my syllabus, but you can look here for quick reference, and some links are in there as well. If we go back, after this week, after everybody submitted one of the assignments for this week's content, I'll come back and answer some questions via video here, just that I thought I saw across multiple students in the class, and address some of those questions that might not have been super clear on my syllabus. And so you can find that there after week 1. As we move down, if you move into the content section, I have a lot more here. You are not privy to some of this information yet, but you should see week 1, introduction and some course expectations, kind of just getting you started. There will be a video here, you'll see a video here soon that talks about the first week and what I expect. But every week, hopefully, you will have, and especially to get you started this week, you will have a task list, and that will tell you kind of what I expect from you for the week, what you should be getting done. This can serve as your checklist to make sure you're getting everything completed. Then you'll have resources, so it will have the chapter that we're working through. Luckily, the book is 16 chapters, so we will go 1 chapter a week and fit those in. And then sometimes I have some extra resources. I start off with a simple little article just to kind of get your mind moving toward healthcare and some of the things we face in healthcare. And then you'll see a couple assignments below that. So this week we will be doing a syllabus assignment, introduction on our discussion board, as well as a chapter 1 intro video. If we go back up and just go down to the next tab, you will see discussion boards here. Right now we just have 1 open. There's also the FAQ. Please use this FAQ if you have any questions that you think will serve the greater good, whether it's about an assignment, maybe I made a mistake and I wasn't super clear on a description, or you're something that doesn't just think it just pertains to you, please throw it in there. I can answer it one time. Everyone will have access to that all semester if they need to go back. So please throw some questions in there. You can also, once you're in that, you can hit subscribe. I'm already subscribed, but it will say subscribe, and that will give you a notification every time somebody posts, so you'll know when it gets posted to. you can go back and look. As the semester goes, you'll see some of our assignments are going to be collaborate. You're going to have a partner and you need to do a discussion. I will have collaborate meetings here, or if we need to meet, you need to virtually meet with me because you're not in town, then we can have a virtual meeting here as well. But I also use the program Zoom, which you'll become familiar with, because Blackboard Collaborate, although it's built into Blackboard, isn't always user-friendly. So there is a program called Zoom, Z-O-O-M, sorry, and that Zoom program is great for conferencing, talking, much like FaceTime, but a little more professional of a setting. Allows you to record, which I think is it will be beneficial for your assignments. So get familiar here. You might choose to use it, you might choose not to. And then in assignments, this is not available to you yet, but you will eventually get this long-term assignment. There will be a submission, but you can see some of the rubrics and the way I'm going to grade and give you grades for your discussion posts. You can see them here. Just helps you give a general guideline for what I'll be looking for. Okay, with that, I'm going to bring over the syllabus. To kind of walk through that. Much of this information you've probably seen multiple times. Obviously my times to meet, if you need me, are listed there, as well as other content related to course objectives in the book. But what I want to focus on is here the activities that you're going to do throughout the semester. We're going to have discussion boards. Those are going to be, you'll have about 7 over the course, not including our introduction, 7, and they go about every other week. Also, we'll have some mini case studies. So this is your discussion with a group, one other person. We're going to do groups of 2 this semester. Then you also will have some weekly assignments. Those you'll, like I said, weekly basis, and it'll amount to about 200 points. I leave that variable because every semester there's a little fluctuation. It changes just a little bit based on what I think the class needs. And then that long-term assignment is 200 points, so it's a big chunk at the very end. So don't wait till the end of the semester to complete it. You will get an introduction into week 4 or 5. We'll talk more about it. Then I have just kind of layout. It's going to show you what chapters we're going to be reading each week. We go pretty much in order. The book does a really good job of streamlining that, and that's why the book was chosen. There's some activities that you might see that you might be participating in, as well as other assignments or the topic of the assignment for that week. So you can kind of refer to that. The rest of the information is on Blackboard. I will say communication, please communicate via email, via your Missouri State email. That's the best way to contact me. That's the best way to get a hold of me. If you really need to give me a phone call, that's at the top of the syllabus as well as the Blackboard site. But I will note that we're going to do some video recording. So if you do not have a webcam built into your computer, or you don't have one on a phone or some other form, then I encourage you to seek that out. If you are having troubles finding one, or you don't have resources to get one, reach out to me. We'll make it work. But most people have them built into a laptop, or they have them on their phone, and that can suffice. Also, if you are in town, if you're locally, we do have there's some availability at the library to rent them, and use your student resources to use those. So if you have any more questions about that, please feel free to reach out to me individually, and we can get it figured out. As for that, it's pretty simple video recording throughout the semester. We'll talk more about it in later videos, how to do it, what it takes, maybe possibly memory, other things to take. But as for the syllabus, that's about it. Please let me know if you have any questions about the course. We can talk more, and definitely put those questions in the assignment for week 1, and I will get them answered in week 2. Thank you so much. I can't wait for a great class.